Ah! Vocês não escutaram nada. E agora vamos voltar para aquela missão chata pra caralho, que eu perdi meu tempo.
Boss, you need to extract the target
Alive.
He might be able to tell us about what went on at OKB-0.
Supply drop complete.
Объект обнаружен. Координаты 03-850-12-2750. Перешлите транспорт. Прием.
We know where to find the target. Check your iDroid.
Отправляем группу. Оставайтесь там до ее прибытия. Конец связи.
Analysis. The map has been
There,
updated.
that's the target.
Analysis complete.
Cadê minha quiet? Porra, quiet.
Buddy has infiltrated our the map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Значит, он жив. Да, но он очень ослаб. Ладно, я свяжусь с КП.
КП до зоны 4. Транспорт прибыл. Везу объект на дворец. Прием. КП. Понял. Не теряйте бдительности. Прием.
He mentioned the palace. Probably Lamarchate Palace. Security there will be tight. Think you can grab the target before he arrives? I'm sending his predicted route to your iDroid.
Quiet, você podia bem me ajudar, Quiet.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Great. Hurry up and extract the target. He's coming too. Roger that. Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss.
Has been updated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Eu tive que fazer do jeito
Subject on board.
mais
Leave the rest to us.
agressivo.
Quiet.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Nem soou, imagina se eu tivesse quitado na última vez. Imagina.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Plam. Se você mata alguém, a sua classificação vai pra A. Mesmo se você tivesse feito tipo, a maior coisa possível. Se a missão não foi dita assim, mate.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leak sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
Os hambúrgueres de Kazuhiro Miller. Agora eu quero escutar essa porra. Letão. Ah, tá, batedor. Diplomata. Cadê?
Boss, come on back to base.
Ih, boa. Ah, a bunda da parte na minha cara. Oi, Eli.
Clouds approaching.
Boss, there's been an accident in the boys' quarters. A pile of steel pipes gave way and crushed one of the kids. The boy named Ralph. They tell me he died instantly. I'm sorry, boss. It's my fault. I should have been keeping an eye on them. I'll let you know if we learn something.
stopping the infection, Bells. Hey, how those kids doing? Honestly, I'm not too sure.
Caution, heavy mist anticipated.
They love it here, but they seem to have accepted it.
I figured as much.
They've lost their families to war, had militias abduct them, forced into fight. They've got an attitude. They're not bad at heart.
Right. I just wish there was something else we could do for them.
Yeah, not exactly the best role models, huh?
Boss, will you train with me?
Mais tarde.
Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Clouds approaching. Select unit. Staff dismissed.
Não quero ninguém se batendo aqui. Falastrona tá de boa.
Development complete. Select unit. Staff dismissed.
So, who's that woman who doesn't talk that the boss brought back?
No idea. I wonder if she's even human.
What? Come on, if she isn't human, what is she? Alien? Some kind of bio?
Select unit.
Where's she?
Staff dismissed.
Count anything else.
Give me a break. It's probably technology from that cipher. There's no such
Development
thing as
complete.
supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
I don't know much about science. Believe in science as it's lived right. How do we know she's connected to them anyway?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Development complete.
Boy, does she creep me out.
I hear ya.
Esse cara. Eu adoro ficar parado do lado dos caras, que tipo, eles falam umas coisas que é tipo importante, velho. Do nada. Tipo, eu tô só fazendo esse bagulho chato aqui pra caralho, que é. Ah, você tem que ver se tem gente que cranqueia. Se vale a pena manter. Aí tipo, os caras ficam falando, ah, só sabe qualquer coisa assim, então, pá. Aí não, que sério, pá, eu, porra. É essas coisas que me dão um charme, tá ligado? Atleta. Acabou. Posso muito bem fazer isso aqui.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat? I thought you don't eat. I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings, and we affirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude. Sorry, it's hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites. Hamburgers. Hamburgers? Even we Pinne have become Americanized. I eat them often back home. And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America. And you asked for hamburgers. We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. Roger. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing? Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger. That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards. Don't worry. I do too. All right, then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up. I look forward to it.
O diálogo dos soldados do meu lado tava mais legal do que tipo, do rádio.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission.
Information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Please select a mission. Mission heading to Afghanistan. Heading to Afghanistan.
Foda-se, tá ligado? Já que não dá pra se preparar, toma no cu, né, velho?
You need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Caralho, o Zeke tá sem nada. É isso mesmo? Ai!
Development complete.
Roger.
Analysis complete.
Ищу последние точки соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое
Analysis
движение. Конец
complete.
связи.
Pode. Ui. Cadê a porra do helicóptero que eu pedi, velho?
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
Eu peço um helicóptero, o helicóptero não aparece. O jogo inteiro é assim. Acho que tem mais de 5 missões que é assim, velho.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Analysis complete.
Use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas. Nice. That's the second one. That wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Missão merda.
Mission complete, boss. Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
Battle Gear. Ai, minha epilepsia. No óculos do Kojima.
movements approaching.
The battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
Adoraria, mas... né?
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Please select a mission.
Roger.
Nossa, em cima de mim. Vamos lá, como é esse rápido não, velho.
Roger.
This is Pequod, on station at LZ.
My man. Why is the reason I'm standing here holding my blood?
Gaining altitude.
Stand up and fight! There will be blood! Shed! Saharajos. Back one day take. Eu não me canso dessa música.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to
Porra, eu fui umas
Afghanistan.
50 vezes nessa posta, nesse lugar aí, velho. Tô todo ensanguentado, velho.
The map has been updated. Please specify a project.
Be careful down there, boss.
Porra, obrigado, Picode. Você é foda. Bota. Ah, vai tomar no. Olha, te faz um favorzinho pra mim.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Mais à frente.
Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Esse cara é bom.
Analysis complete.
Esse também é bom.
The map has been updated. Caution, sandstorm approaching.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Balão.
Analysis complete. Extraction failed. Weather will clear.
I'm sorry, boss, but the extraction failed. The support unit just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of Fulton extractions in bad weather, you need to improve the support unit.
Extraction failed.
Porra, 70%, velho.
Looks like that fall killed him.
Analysis complete.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Estranho, tá sem guarda. Que isso, meu Snake tá 100 vezes mais rápido. Achei.
Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
КП-206. Сельва. Позиция стрелка неизвестна. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Всем подразделениям. У нас могут быть нарушители. Конец связи.
The map has been updated.
Cover me.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spit it out. Where are your feet?
The map has been updated.
Это КП. Понял. Занять оборонную позицию и найти снайпера. Конец связи.
There is nothing left inside me now.
Porra, computador verde ainda, velho. Tela verde, muito velho. Mas que cara é isso, viado?
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ogu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Vulcan.
Não me viu. Caralho, que sorte.
Analysis complete.
Você gosta.
Суэдин, что случилось? Ответьте, Суэдин. Это КП, понял. Немедленно отправляйте сюда и будьте готовы к контакту с врагом. Конец связи.
Development project has been added.
Skullface has finally burned out. The world is rid of his existence at last. Was he still alive? You could say that. But you could also say he'd been dead for decades. What's that supposed to mean? Biologically speaking, it's hard to say how much was his life. Side effects from the treatment? No. the primary effect. Keeping a dying host alive as long as possible. That is the whole point. But in the end, he grew too dependent on his children. As if he had any other way to keep on living. He first underwent parasite therapy before the Soviet Union became his home. His body was horribly burned. Fire washed across his thin young frame and stole his skin and his throat, even his lungs. Only through repeated therapies could the parasites keep him alive. Most of his life became something the parasites gave to him. And then he lost the ability to die. That is correct. The parasites live on past the host's death, still aiding cell composition. At that stage, there is no way to extract them from the host cells. There is no way of knowing when the last cell of Skullface's body would die. The only choice was to burn the whole thing. And his children, along with it. And I am one to talk. When my life is snuffed out, I expect you to treat my body the same way. And when I burn, I will truly be one with my children for the first time. You say there were 3 English vocal parasites. According to Skullface, yeah. Skullface had 2 of the English strain with him. You burned both of them. There was an oil fire. I tossed him in. So that just leaves 1. And you tell me Skullface said he used it. He said it was very close to me. Very close. One of your comrades. Or someone ordered to kill you. Or he could have been speaking metaphorically. Metaphorically? Close to your spirit. Close to your heart. Someone who either loves you or despises you. The second one makes a long list. Whichever it is, act with caution. Skullface implanted someone with the English language strain. Who it is irrelevant. Why? I tell you what Skullface really meant. Very close to you means you will be exposed. All the infected here have been given the Wolbachia. Even if the vocal cord parasites infect them now, they cannot reproduce. But if there's a different host among us, host to the English strain, if that were the case, we'd see the symptoms. What about the non-English speakers? We have plenty of those, but the staff use English as a common language. But if that someone has not spoken English yet, and begins to speak it now, there'd be another outbreak. The final mating pair of the English strain must be found immediately. Skullface is gone, but his threat still remains. On this base, do you see what the final mating pair is? With him dead, those parasites are the stain he wished to leave upon the world. His thirst for vengeance. In the flesh. Think. Does anyone here bear a grudge against you? Who would target you specifically?
The ethnic cleansers that Code Talker mentioned, they weren't Skullface's true goal. All we have is circumstantial evidence, but here's my theory. It was Cypher who started developing the vocal cord parasites as bioweapons, parasitic weapons, and Africa was the testing ground for them. As Code Talker said, their purpose is the ethnic cleansing of only those who speak a particular language. So they could do a weapon of mass destruction to eradicate specific groups, races, ethnicities, or colonies by the language they speak. Or a kind of absolute language control. Or maybe a tool for those arrogant fools to build some misguided utopia. I can see plenty of uses for them. However, in practical terms, they wouldn't be as dangerous as you'd think. Counteracting the parasites is easy, after all. Cut them out of your throat to save your life, or just don't talk. That also prevents the infection from spreading. So if the international community were to find out about them, they'd no longer be the threat they were conceived to be. In which case, their targets would be limited to minority groups as a deterrent or a terrorist tool. It's hard to imagine Cypher developing something like that as a main weapon for their arsenal. That leads me to think we've only tugged on one little thread in Cypher's grand tapestry. An obscure their work, possibly forgotten altogether. In any case, things changed. When Skullface was forced to relocate to Africa and he saw that thread dangling. All the time he continued that research, he was secretly following his own agenda. The ethnic liberator parasites, his English language strain. Skullface said there were only 3 samples of the English language strain parasite, and I think we can believe him. Bringing his ethnic liberator's plan to fruition depended on creating an English version of the vocal cord parasites at all costs. But an English strain would have been useless to Cypher. Worse, it could have destroyed everything they'd built. It was the one type they couldn't allow. That means Skullface was forced to develop his English strain out of sight of Cypher's network. Naturally, he couldn't use the greenhouse facility Cypher had set up and filled with guinea pigs. Skullface must have found some secret place to create his precious few English parasites, hiding all evidence like a man cheating on his wife. Somewhere, an entirely standalone environment. And when his plan entered its final phase, he must have made the place disappear. Some little room, could be anywhere, but now nowhere at all. We'll never know where he did it, but to elude Cypher's surveillance, it couldn't have been big. I believe Skullface was telling the truth. There were only ever 3 samples of the English language strain. Why activate Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan? This is how Skullface wanted things to play out. The Soviet Union secretly develops a new type of nuclear weapon and successfully deploys it in Afghanistan. Revealing the existence of Sahelanthropus results in a return to the glory days of the Cold War. The threat it poses reignites the nuclear arms race between the world's major powers. The demand for nuclear weapons increases around the globe. What if you then introduced a nuclear weapon anyone could get their hands on? Non-nuclear nations, militant groups of all shapes and sizes, they'd all jump at the chance. Sahelanthropus was a marketing tool to sell nukes all around the world. But I think it's safe to say that plan was stamped out before it got up and running. The world's intelligence agencies never did turn up anything conclusive on it. After all, Sahelanthropus vanished before word could spread. Everything that's happened is already a fading memory, never to join the pages of history. Except for Cypher. Cypher won't forget. They'll already be working on something, quietly beneath the surface. They'll use the pieces of data scraped together from this incident to build their own bipedal weapon. It'll take them a long time to complete it, but for now, the greed sector have found their new life's work. We'll have to be ready too.
Caution.
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was exiled to South Africa, stripped of political power. The upshot's that he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had no idea their orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive.
There was something Skullface said. America is made up of many peoples, but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups, many of whom stick to their respective living areas. Little colonies, not interacting with other groups, going out of their way to avoid one another. Their land, organizations, relationships. Thus, the United States of America is no melting pot. It is more of a salad bowl. It is not made up from one people, but for its minorities to function in society, a common ground is needed. Language. Even if the country is not one. No, because it's not one. A lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities. In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the boundaries between it and the rest of the world have become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world. This salad bowl that is the world can also become one.
Olá, Paulo Anjo. Dorme, cacete. Pronto. Acorda.
Ceasefire! Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Como você tá, cara? Tá, você não.
Analysis complete.
Corre.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Porrada. Preciso de informação.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Você vai pra minha base.
Speak. Where are the others?
You gotta extract him.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Vai de base.
Speak. Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Map has been updated. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Desligar essa energia deles que estão enchendo esse saco.
Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Fire at will. КП-56. Мы прибыли. Осматриваем сектор. Прием. КП, понял. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи.
Eu estou procurando os restos do homem em chamas, mas não estou achando, velho. Mano, por que coisa aí? Por mim, quarto, você pode descer o pipoco em todo mundo, que eu não tô nem aí.
The map has been updated.
КП-56. Поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
Olha esse aqui. Caramba, eu rodei, tá bem no meio, velho. Eu sou a mula com um M maiúsculo. Morreu meu pinto que morreu. Eita porra, quem é tu? Que? O que tá rolando, velho? Eu não tô entendendo nada.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added.
É isso.